Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Today's episode we're working on the 07 Yaris again, and what we're going to solve is a cylinder misfire. The other day on my way home from work, I started feeling that it was misfiring. I keep a little Bluetooth scanner just in there, and I hooked that thing up, and I could see cylinder 4 was misfiring. I'll show you the screen right here. This screen is the torque app, and that's what I use with this Bluetooth dongle. And our problem is, I actually found the problem last night. I already knew it was a problem before I even got into it. So what our problem is, and this goes for a lot of vehicles, not just this one. I've seen this on tons of Fords, the modular motors, especially with coil on plugs. Almost all the time, people will go and just replace the whole coil and they think, yep, that's what it was. However, almost all the time, what that problem is the boots have worn down over time, and sometimes they crack. Stick around till the end of the video and I will show you the issues that these little boots develop. Then you start losing spark to the motor. It's arcing on the side of the motor instead of, being isolated with those insulators and making the spark plug fire the way it should. A big indicator that this could be your problem is when you're under a light load. What I'm saying is slightly on the pedal and it'll misfire or just kind of chug, like right as it's going into fourth gear, overdrive, whatever your highest gear is. It's very important that this is in good shape, or it can affect the way it runs, gas mileage, all that good stuff. All right, so I hit O'Reilly. They're the fastest I could get these things. These are lifetime at O'Reilly, and this set for a Toyota 1.5 liter. That's your part number there. I really wanted the NGKs. I will put a link to the NGKs down in the description, but I need to get this thing going. This is my daily driver, and I didn't have time to wait for all that crap. So let's see if they work. All we need is a 10 millimeter. I just got home from work, so this thing's a little warm still. All right, we're going to loosen those 4 up and just remove these top 2. This is slotted right here, so it'll just lift straight up. You can see that's slotted on both sides. Okay, now each of these 4 coils only has 1 bolt that holds it in, and that is also a 10 millimeter. We're just going to go through and do these one at a time. So you've got this here. It's kind of, I don't even know what this is even called, but it keeps the dust and crap and oil from getting down in there. And then you've got these here, and this is usually where the magic doesn't happen. It will arc through these. Our kit also has brand new springs in it. I'm actually going to grab a pick to pull that out. That'll make it easier. So we're just going to take this and just pull straight up. You'll see it pop right out like that. One side is fatter than the other, and the fat end actually goes in here. All right, so we're going to wait till the end to put this on. I don't know why, but they taped this to here. Not a big fan of that idea. So to get this in there, I just take this 3/16 and twist like you're loosening things up, and all right, then for this whatever that piece is called, this slides down here, and then we go around. There's these two lips in the coil itself, and you go underneath those. Maybe I should pull that off and show it to you. We're going to be going underneath those things right there. You see those little holders for it? Run it underneath that like so. I usually give it a little twist so it all seats down real nice. And then we're just going to push this on all the way till you hit the end of that seat right there. Then we're going to take a little skosh dielectric grease. Just like that. Rat-a-tat-tat. Straight back on. You're going to want just a touch of a spring action right there. Where did my bolt go? These do not need to be that tight. Just snug. I'll plug this back in. Move on to the next one. I'm going to show you putting the spring in this one, because I think I was in your way on the last one. Over time, these things, I don't know, they get to where they don't want to stay in place anymore. Pull this out with a pick. All right, now for this here, you'll notice that there's a little piece going across there. What I do is get a 3/16 screwdriver. So, then I go down the middle of it like that. See, we're stuck on there now. All right, so now we're in the center. We're just going to take this and rotate counterclockwise, and we're in. You'll feel it click in, and you'll be good to go. And our new one is right there. remember, these are slotted, so just kind of get them started right there. And go straight over the top of those and line these up so they slide down in their slots. Put these on. Again, these also do not need to be tight. Okay, we are done. All right, everything seems to be just fine. I love this little car. It's not much to look at, but by dang, it is a great daily driver. All right, so as I promised, okay, this is a couple of the things that can happen. You see all them cracks on the bottom of that? That can cause problems, and you can tell that, I don't know if some water got down there or what, but that also contributed to it. That's the reason we use dielectric grease. This was my problem that I had the other day, however. If you look how thin that wall is, it's a non-wear item, but somehow that is very thin. Maybe it was like that from the factory. I don't know. There's a lot of crusties down here too. It's just kind of deformed. We should be good to go now. I really appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe for more Yaris videos. I got more on the way. Tons of stuff filmed already that just needs to get put together. These cars are great little cars. They get good gas mileage and they run for forever. This one has 250,000 miles on it, so they're decent cars. Take care. See you later.